Hello, my name is Kylie, and welcome to Ancient History, an introduction to 5 ancient cultures. In this video, you'll be introduced to the 5 main ancient cultures from the past, including the ancient Chinese, the Mesopotamians, the ancient Greeks, the ancient Romans, and the ancient Egyptians. You will also learn how historians label different time periods. Are you ready to blast into the past? Ready? Let's go! See, I used to think that my dad telling me about when he was in school was ancient. But even though his childhood seems a long way in the past to me, it isn't ancient. When we talk about ancient history, we are talking about events belonging to the very distant past and no longer in existence. Most of the cultures you will learn about in this video existed over 1,000 to 2,000 years ago or even earlier. That is a very, very long time ago. Before we get into the details of what ancient history is all about, let's be clear about how historians, or people who study history, talk about dates. When you read about ancient history, you may see the terms B.C. and A.D., or B.C.E. and A.C.E. B.C. and A.D. is used together and uses the birth of Jesus Christ as a reference point. His birth is considered the year 0. B.C. means before Christ. Anything before Christ was born is marked as B.C. For example, 150 years before Jesus was born would be marked 150 B.C. A.D. means Anno Domini, or Year of the Lord, and counts the years after the birth of Christ. Anything that happens in the year Jesus was born or after is marked A.D. So the year 2018 would be 2018 A.D. The other system used to mark years uses the abbreviations B.C.E. and A.C.E. They are equal to B.C. and A.D. B.C.E. means before the Common Era and is equal to B.C. or before Christ. So 150 years B.C.E. is the same as 150 B.C. A.C.E. means after the Common Era and is equal to A.D. or Anno Domini. So the current year would be 2018 A.C.E. So why would you see B.C.E. and A.C.E. instead of just B.C. and A.D.? B.C. and A.D. dominated in Christian countries, but when countries from other parts of the world joined this calendar system, they preferred not to refer to Jesus and B.C.E. and A.C.E. was introduced as a different naming convention. B.C. and A.D. is the same as B.C.E. and A.C.E. For our series of ancient history videos, we will use B.C. and A.D. Also, look at the timeline here. It is important to notice that when you are talking about B.C. or B.C.E., the earlier year, the higher the number will be. For example, 950 B.C. is farther in the past or earlier than 150 B.C. Even though the number is larger, the earliest written records from the ancient Chinese culture go back to 2020 B.C., and their period in history